What happens to your penis? When you masturbate the wrong way every day, did you know that 1 in 3 men under 35 report experiencing some form of erectile dysfunction, even though they're in their physical prime? Before we dive into today's shocking and eye-opening topic, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with a friend who might be silently struggling. Also, drop a comment below if you've ever wondered whether your masturbation habits are helping or hurting your sex life. Introduction. Masturbation. It's natural, it's common, and according to modern science, it's healthy. But here's the twist. What if you've been doing it wrong your entire life? What if 3 seemingly harmless mistakes you make during masturbation are silently rewiring your brain, weakening your erections, and setting you up for long-term bedroom failures? That's not fear-mongering, it's neuroscience. And today we're going to break this all down. Masturbation isn't the enemy. In fact, it can help you sleep better, reduce stress, and even improve prostate health. But when done wrong, it becomes self-sabotage in disguise. Think of it like training at the gym. If you use poor form, you'll injure yourself. But with proper form and technique, you build power and performance. Let's unpack the 3 most damaging masturbation habits men make and how to fix them. 1. Rushing to the finish line. The 100-yard dash. Have you ever found yourself finishing masturbation in under 2 minutes, either because you felt rushed, wanted to be discreet, or were simply on autopilot? This common habit is actually a major mistake that many don't even realize they're making. Think of it like training your body to sprint a 100-yard dash every time you engage in sexual activity, when what you truly need is to build stamina for the marathon. Why does rushing cause such a problem? The answer lies in how our brain and body learn through repetition. Neuroscientists call this neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to rewire itself based on the habits we reinforce. Every time you ejaculate rapidly, your nervous system strengthens the neural pathways associated with that fast response. Essentially, you're teaching your brain that sex should be a quick, impulsive act, rather than a prolonged and controlled experience. Over time, this rewiring can manifest as premature ejaculation, where you lose control over the timing of climax, often leading to feelings of frustration and embarrassment. But it doesn't stop there. This pattern can also trigger performance anxiety, creating a vicious cycle. You worry about lasting too long or too little, which in turn makes it even harder to control your sexual response. Some men may eventually experience erectile dysfunction, where achieving or maintaining an erection becomes a challenge, not necessarily due to physical issues, but psychological stress and conditioned reflexes learned from years of rushed sexual behavior. Expert opinion. Dr. Michael Perelman, a renowned sex therapist, explains that fast-paced masturbation trains the brain for quick release, effectively reducing one's ability to enjoy sustained arousal and intimacy. This neurobiological pattern requires deliberate retraining through mindful practice. His clinical experience supports that patience and intentionality are key to reversing this conditioned habit. Real-life example. Take the case of Jake, a 28-year-old fitness trainer who came to me struggling with premature ejaculation. Despite his physical fitness and confidence in the gym, his sexual performance was a source of anxiety. When we dug deeper, Jake admitted to rushing through masturbation every morning before work, often finishing in less than a minute to avoid interruptions. This habit had unwittingly conditioned his brain to expect rapid climax, which carried over to his encounters with his partner, leaving him unable to last beyond 60 seconds during sex. How can you fix this? The first step is to set aside uninterrupted time for masturbation. No rushing, no distractions, just focus. Instead of aiming solely for orgasm, shift your mindset to appreciating the buildup of arousal. Practice riding the wave. Get yourself close to climax, then deliberately slow down or stop stimulation to let the sensation subside before continuing. This technique not only enhances pleasure, but teaches control. This approach echoes principles from tantric sex practices, which emphasize presence, breath control, and extending sexual energy rather than rushing to release. Tantric teachings encourage awareness of the body's sensations and pacing yourself, which builds both physical endurance and emotional intimacy. Incorporating these changes can transform your sexual experience from a sprint to a rewarding endurance event. It takes time and patience, but retraining your brain and body to embrace slower, more mindful sexual engagement will lead to longer-lasting erections, reduced anxiety, and deeper satisfaction for both you and your partner. 2. Relying on porn, the junk food diet for your brain. Porn might be entertaining, but it's doing serious damage under the surface. Pornography stimulates your brain with a level of intensity and novelty that real sex can't compete with. Scientific fact: repeated exposure to porn desensitizes your dopamine receptors. This condition is now being studied under the term porn-induced erectile dysfunction, PIED. Practical consequence: you may be turned on by porn but numb when you're with your real partner. That gap can wreck relationships. Example: a study by Cambridge University found that porn users had reduced brain activity in areas related to reward processing compared to non-users. Fix it. Begin a digital detox. Use your imagination. Explore erotic fiction or audio erotica, which encourage mental arousal over hypervisual stimulation. Personal insight: I personally know men who regain full sexual confidence after 30 to 90 days away from porn. It's like regaining your appetite after giving up junk food. 3. The death grip syndrome. Monotony and overstimulation. Same hand, same speed, same position. That's the definition of death grip syndrome, when your penis becomes used to one specific and overly intense stimulation. Neuroscientific explanation: you're training your brain and nerve endings to respond only to extreme friction. When you try real sex, which involves softer, more variable sensations, your body doesn't register it as enough. Result: weak or absent erections during intimacy. Case study: a 31-year-old accountant confessed he couldn't feel anything during sex unless he pressed down hard while lying face down on a bed. Years of same-position masturbation caused it. Solution: use lube to reduce pressure, switch hands, change positions, stand, sit, lie on your back. Mixing it up resensitizes your body and prepares it for real-life intimacy. Take a second to like, subscribe, and comment below with which mistake surprised you the most. Your story might help someone else realize they're not alone. Bonus section: condoms and masturbation training. Wearing a condom can feel awkward or reduce sensation, right? That anxiety can kill the mood. Pro tip: use solo time to get used to them. Try different types: ribbed, ultra-thin, lubricated. This eliminates surprises and performance pressure during real sex. You wouldn't run a marathon in new shoes, so don't have sex in unfamiliar gear. The deeper root cause: biological switch-off. What if even fixing your habits doesn't work? There's emerging research on a biological switch in men that impacts erections regardless of behavior. One theory involves nitric oxide pathways and the decline of testosterone receptors due to lifestyle damage, stress, poor sleep, processed food. Some researchers suggest a simple natural remedy involving just 7 seconds of daily stimulation to reactivate this biological function. Look for reputable research on vasodilation and pelvic floor exercises as non-invasive approaches. Final recap and key takeaways. Let's review the 3 keys to better sexual health through smarter masturbation. 1. Patience. Slow down. Don't race to the finish. 2. Imagination over porn. Let your brain work for arousal. 3. Variety. Keep your body responsive by avoiding repetition. Bonus tip: use masturbation time to practice with condoms and explore new sensations. Personal reflection. These aren't just sexual tips. They're principles of body awareness and self-mastery. It's about being in control, not being controlled by your impulses. If this helped you, do us a favor. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share this with someone who might benefit. And most importantly, drop a comment below. Which of these tips will you start using today? Your honesty might just change someone else's life.